When we started looking at the new rec center, one of the main things that I said is I want to make sure that the new rec center fits architecturally into the community, but doesn't look like the lake house. So you could still have that resort style facility in the lake house that with its, Hamptons architecture and all of those things. But yet you could have this new facility that took architectural elements from every one of the neighborhoods in the community and brought it together in a single package. So the vision was, in my mind, life at the lake, and to promote that type of lifestyle, outside living, outdoor spaces, community involvement, all of those things.
I wanted to give it its own identity and not necessarily follow the theme of the lake house, but complement it and give everybody an opportunity to have two different experiences.
When you walk in the front of the building, we wanted to make sure that what you saw was what you bought into Southshore for, which was water and the mountains and the lifestyle.
We have these beautiful finishes that draw the eye up to these amazing light fixtures, and it really is very welcoming. And it's just that wow moment. It's just this beautiful, sophisticated, timeless space. We wanted to speak back to that seaside resort feel. We used a lot of the same materials throughout all of the spaces. A very natural and warm aesthetic, very neutral tones, but then all of the furniture and artwork is very cohesive through the spaces while still giving each of them their own personality. So you'll feel a little bit of difference between each space, but they all flow very nicely together.
The programming of the interior of the building was really, again, a product of getting feedback from the community and finding out what type of functions they did and what type of events they planned on doing.
There's a kids area where they can gather with their friends, play games, hang out.
They talked about how they had an open mic night for the teens, and they would come in and they'd do spoken word, or they would, play instruments and stuff. The idea is that it's a place for them to congregate. It's centrally located, so there can be eyes on it. But again, it's something that hopefully they can take pride in and call it their own space.
We wanted to make sure that there was a great room so they could hold meetings, and they could also just enjoy movies night if they wanted to, again. But it doesn't have to be a movie theater. It had to be just a big great room, but it's got a drop down screen and they'll be able to do movies and things in it.
The Great Hall has this expansive glass wall that opens up into a tap room. So the initial idea is that local breweries will be brought in for tastings, or people can reserve that room for wine tastings, beer tastings, parties.
It's kind of like the afternoon coffee shop. You can gather there, have a beer, and catch up with your friends.
And then there are also fitness areas and locker rooms. So the family can really come down for the whole day and hang out at this space. They can have lunch, bring their friends and spend the whole day there.
Many of the communities out there didn't have full-size lap pools. So what Jerry and the Southshore team decided to do was to kind of lean into that and decide, no, we're going to be the place that does that.
There are a lot of families that live in this community and really felt that there needed to be more for the kids. So in addition to having a swim club or swim meet, a place to do that, there's also a place for the families to come and play. And it all can happen in one place.
You can start to see that the pool itself is a big 8-lane pool. It's right in front of you, and you see all this water, which is part of the overall big idea. And then the leisure pool is very different as well. It's all one pool, but it's in unusual shapes. What we decided to do was to design them as if they were two sails. There's a big climbing rock in this location and lots of different colorful cabanas that line the edges of the pool decks.
It is going to be a fantastic facility, and I look forward to when we get to do the grand opening and I get to see the residents and the kids that have been waiting so long to go jump in that pool and to enjoy the patio area and sit down and have a beer with somebody that I've been with in that community for 11 years. I truly love Southshore. It has provided me with an enormous amount of pride and ownership. And I believe that that's what keeps me going, is knowing that we've got a great community